Humans defeating death? The rise of cyborgs? Flying trains over the freeway? Author of Homo-Deus, Yuval Harari, wrote of a futuristic world as different from our own, as if someone born in the last century woke up from cryopreservation today. Professor Harari makes many predictions about the future, and we believe 4 of them have important connections to cryopreservation. Hi, my name is Eric, and this is Timeskipper. In today's video, we're going to be discussing the New York Times best-selling book called Homo-Deus, A Brief History About Tomorrow by Yuval Noah Harari. In it, he describes why futuristic technologies and beliefs prove both indispensable and worrying. So of course, we have to start with something that cryopreservation relies on: the end of death. Until people can live forever, the dream of cryonics is kind of just a cool plan without a perfect winning move. Professor Harari makes a world of immortal humans easy to believe by pointing out that, for the first time in history, more people die today from eating too much than from eating too little. More people die from old age than from infectious diseases. In other words, as death becomes easier to avoid, we can imagine mortality as a problem to be solved like any other. Our healthcare is shifting from keeping you alive to a wellness mindset, and there's now a lot of research into halting the aging processes. Bill Maris, a Google venture manager, announced in 2015 a $425 million investment into advancing immortality. Since then, the Google-backed company Calico partnered with AbbVie to produce more than 20 programs targeting diseases, cancer, and neurodegeneration. Ray Kurzweil, a winner of the US National Medal of Technology and Innovation, believes that nanobots could be used to treat our immune systems by the 2030s. He also suggested that by the 2050s, people might make regular visits to their doctor to have nanobots prevent illnesses, regenerate dying cells, and upgrade vital organs and limbs. Speaking of upgrades, let's move on to the advanced uses for cyborg technology. Professor Harari argues that humanity becoming godlike will follow 3 engineering paths: that of biological upgrades, inorganic upgrades, and fully inorganic beings. Bioengineering could rewrite our genetic code, while cyborg tech could merge us with brain chips, bionic organs, and bloodstream nanobots. You know how some cryopreserved people only have their heads? They'll want cyborg bodies to actually re-enter society. And we may need cyborg organs to revive other cryopreserved patients and defeat death. If we look at the advancement of other human augmenting devices, cyborg body parts could be ordinary by 2060. Or, as Professor Harari says, most people think of cyborgs' products as a fantasy they will never live to witness. Meanwhile, in their daily lives, they rely on their smartphones for navigation. In 2008, we watched a monkey control bionic hands and feet with just its thoughts. In 2015, Johnny Matheny attached a mind-controlled prosthetic arm to his body. Bionic arms and hands powered by muscle sensors are now commercial products sold by Open Bionics, Aster Biomedical, and Assur. A Swedish team hopes soon to add the sense of touch to bionic arms. Of course, we also have to consider the problems a cryopreserved person will face in society. The physical body can be repaired, but can anything prepare them for the beliefs of the future, such as an idea known as dataism? This term, first introduced by New York Times columnist David Brooks, suggests that humans might someday give up on making our own choices and instead rely only on what data tells us to do. We can see the beginnings of this movement in how people buy products on Amazon or in how Netflix suggests your next movie to watch. Consider the stories of people driving off the road and into the water while following navigation instructions from Google Maps. Professor Harari suggests that followers of dataism would believe disconnecting oneself from data is the same thing as being dead. So why would a dataist revive someone who might value human experiences over providing more raw data? Why would the data itself, in the form of artificial intelligence, unfreeze someone who stopped providing data for its systems long ago? Dataism suggests a world run by AI. A world of computer doctors, computer therapists, computer life managers, and computer choice makers. And if humans create such a world, That implies the end of humankind as a whole. Cryopreserved people could wake to a world which they can't even relate to, because as humans, they will no longer be in charge of their own lives and may indeed find their future worse than the past. Professor Harari considers the world of 2100 unimaginable. We ordinary humans will lack the ability to keep up with the pace of AI. Imagine apps being upgraded again and again within 2 beats of our mortal hearts, or robots being made at factories run completely by other robots. If we only end up contributing a tiny bit to such a world, our human lives will become irrelevant. So, what would a cryopreserved person make of such a world? What value would such a world see in reviving them? Perhaps only if humans can break free of all physical constraints and become data themselves. As Professor Harari writes, this would be the end of Homo sapiens. Here at Timeskipper, we believe that cryonics has a purpose, and so we must consider what kind of world we create for ourselves. It is our hope to see a paradise where people can live forever, not a soulless world with no need for humans at all. Thanks for tuning in. Let us know if you read this book and what impressed you the most in the comments below. As always, if you enjoyed this video and would like to continue learning more, please click on the links below to like and subscribe. Once again, this is Eric from Timeskipper. We'll see you next time.